Hello everybody, Andy here for the Andy Show, and just wanted to bring the Asiacell TASC financial report for 2020. Movement restrictions designed to stem the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic impacted Asiacell's results as consumer behavior shifted and the economic slowdown resulted in reduced spending. The company reported revenues of $1.1 billion or 1.6 trillion Iraqi dinar in 2020, down 12% compared to the previous year. Consequently, EBITDA, and that is EBITDA is essentially net income or earnings with interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization added back. It can be used to analyze and compare profitability among companies and industries as it eliminates the effects of financing and capital expenditures. So consequently, EBITDA declined 13% to 495 million or 725 billion Iraqi dinar, equivalent to 233% from the capital in 2020 compared to the previous year. However, the company's cost optimization initiative, supported by its digital transformation strategy, contributed to a healthy EBITDA margin of 44% in 2020. Asiacell's customer base increased 4% to 14.7 million in 2020 compared to the previous year, as the company's digital channels allowed customers to stay connected through the COVID-19 pandemic. Financial records show for Asiacell on December 31st, 2020, non-current assets 1.1 billion or 1.6 trillion dinar. Current assets 1.3 billion or 2 trillion dinar. Net assets $885 million or 1.3 trillion dinar. Revenue 1.1 billion or 1.6 trillion dinar. Profit $199.3 million or 293 billion Iraqi dinar, with capital expenditure at $359.6 million or 528.7 billion dinar. And earnings per share was 0.945 IQD. Now for the past, I believe, 4 years now, they have paid out dividends of 1 dinar per share. Well, we have 50 million shares. So that would typically relate to 50 million dinar. Okay, so let's take a look and see. We've got 50 million Iraqi or Asiacell. Okay, 50 million shares. So if we multiplied that times their earnings per share, 0.945, whoop. We're going to take that. Oh my goodness, what am I doing here? Got to wake up. 50 million times 0.945 dinar would still be 47,250,000. So this is not all set in stone. I don't think it's a preliminary sampling of their comparison to 2019. So adjustments could be made by the time they do their annual shareholder meeting, or what they call a general assembly, and it could end up being the same. They'll just pay 1 dinar per. I don't know yet. We won't know until sometime in April. Right now, their earnings per share, what they're showing, are pretty standard and in line with what they've done the past 4 years, which is going to be exceptional. Even at this, you're looking at a roughly somewhere between 11 and 13% dividend payout. So Nothing wrong with that. Okay, property, plant, and equipment. Asiacell reached an agreement with the local bank wherein it received properties in exchange for the equivalent value of the bank deposits. As of December 31st, 2020, Asiacell had received parcels of lands and buildings located in Baghdad and Salyamanaya amounting to 109 million, equivalent to 160 billion dinar. Currently, the legal title is transferred to a related party of Asiacell and will share it in the name of Asiacell upon completing legal formalities. However, the group has obtained an indemnity letter from the related party that these assets are under the group's control and will transfer the ownership upon completing the legal formalities. During the year, Asiacell appointed a third-party consultant to review the status of these properties. During the year 2016, the Communications and Media Commission, the CMC, sent letters which restricted Asiacell from using certain bank accounts with a balance of 52 million, equivalent to 76.7 billion dinar, as of December 31st, 2020. On January 31st, 2021, Asiacell deposited all the disputed amounts to CMC. Asiacell has also started procedures to release the restrictions on these balances. The remaining balance pertains to certain restricted bank deposits maintained for dividend payments, limited cash deposits with banks related to bank guarantees, and the restricted cash related to the derivative financial instruments between the group and a local bank. Tax demand notices against Asiacell. As at the reporting date, Asiacell Communication was subject to tax demand notice by the General Commission for Taxes in Iraq for the years from 2004 to 2007 for an amount of $61.8 million or 90.8 billion dinar. And it lists each year and the taxes claimed to be owed. Asiacell has objected to each of these claims. The group has set up an adequate provision against these claims, and management believes that Asiacell has substantial grounds to challenge each of these claims. Challenge these claims proceedings against Asiacell related regulatory fee. On June 10th of 2014, the Communications and Media Center, CMC, issued a letter notifying the company that the structure of the company to ownership of the shares in its capital does not fulfill the license requirements as an Iraqi company to pay 15% of its gross revenue as a regulatory fee as per license agreement. Consequently, the CMC requested the company to pay a regulatory fee of 18% of gross revenues instead of 15%. The amount requested by CMC was $76 million or 111.7 billion dinar. From the period that the CMC is claiming that the Iraqi ownership had changed until the end of the first half of 2013. The company has appealed against this claim. On November 11th, 2014, the CMC issued a letter notifying the company that they revised the claim relating to the additional 3% and that the total new amount from June 12 to June 30, from June 2012 to 30th of June 2014 should be equal to $101.8 million or 149.6 billion dinar. The company has a full provision against this claim amounting to $185.6 million or 272.8 billion dinar. In January 2016, the Erbil Court of Cassation has issued a final decision in favor of the company. For the year ended December 2020, contingent liabilities, proceedings against Asiacell relating to a regulatory fee. In July 2014, Asiacell disputed the CMC's decision and appealed it to the CMC Appeal Board and subsequently to the Iraqi courts on the basis that Asiacell is entitled to benefit from the 3% discount in the regulatory fee, as it's an Iraqi company with a majority Iraqi shareholder. The dispute progressed from the Court of First Instance to the Kurdistan Court of Cassation, which on January 27, 2016, ruled in favor of Asiacell and concluded that the CMC is not entitled to apply the 18% fee to Asiacell, as it is an Iraqi company with Iraqis owning more than 84% of its shares. Asiacell implemented the court decision at the Karada Execution Office in Baghdad. On February 4, 2016, the CMC sent a letter for the restricted use of certain bank accounts of Asiacell for CMC's benefit. It is against a disputed amount for which the company already has a court decision in their favor. In June of 2017, the Iraqi Ministry of Finance raised a third-party objection case at Erbil Court against its own decision. On August 9, 2017, the court dismissed the objection and confirmed its past decision. After appeal, Cassation Court on October 17, 2017, ruled against the Ministry of Finance and affirmed the judgment in favor of Asiacell. As part of the licensee's extension negotiations, Asiacell and CMC have concluded the license extension's terms and conditions for 8 years. The only pending points are related to the 3% license fee dispute, in which Asiacell deposited 100% of the disputed amount at a CMC bank account until a final settlement is reached. So there you have it, folks. Just a quick update on the financial report for Asiacell. It is one of our biggest companies in the cost of their shares and the amount of shares that we have with them. I believe, and let me pull up my portfolio, Asiacell is currently almost just under 31% of our total holdings. There is definitely some interest in how this company not only performs, but how it operates through their tax procedures and everything else. So a strong financial company, strong holdings, and we will hopefully see at least 1 dinar per share. I mean, who knows? It may be more, but we'll find out in April. And that's really it for now, guys. Have a great day.